Fer-de-Lance still bites harder than most contemporary mysteries. Discover why Rex Stout's debut introduces a detective pair you will never forget. Plot and pacing. A venomous murder sets the tempo from page 1. Stout wastes no paragraphs on idle atmosphere. The narrative lunges, coils, and strikes like its reptilian namesake. Nero Wolfe receives a missing person inquiry that morphs into homicide. Clues stack fast. A handmade golf club, secret stock certificates, poisoned needles. Every item feels relevant, never decorative. Chapters end with problems, not pauses. Suspense never plateaus, because each discovery complicates motive maps. Readers chase coherence, yet always lag behind Wolfe's calculations. Archie Goodwin's breezy voice accelerates exposition with sly humour. Dialogue dominates, trimming fat from scene description. Even Wolfe's famously static office feels kinetic under mounting pressure. Stout achieves momentum without car chases or fistfights. Readers progress because intellectual puzzles snowball relentlessly. The pacing suits a 5-hour read, yet feels shorter. Each reveal pushes the next question forward. Finish the novel, and you realize there was no slack. Wolfe and Goodwin as icons, the partnership defines detective fiction chemistry. Wolfe is immense, brilliant, and immovable. He speaks like a Latin grammarian condemning barbarians. Archie counterbalances with slang, sarcasm, and restless feet. Their banter supplies oxygen to an otherwise tight plot. You learn character through argument, not exposition. Stout avoids Sherlockian worship or hard-boiled machismo. Instead, he crafts complementary flaws. Wolfe's ego borders parody, yet remains credible through results. Archie's irreverence prevents the genius from sanctifying himself. Secondary characters orbit this sun-like duo without escaping gravity. Fritz feeds them both. Inspector Kramer needles them both. Even minor suspects show personality when crossing Wolfe's threshold. The ensemble promises longevity beyond a single case. Readers close the cover wanting another quarrel between boss and legman. That craving underpins the series' enduring popularity. Wolfe's linguistic precision creates humor through exaggerated formality. Archie weaponizes understatement, cracking jokes Wolfe never acknowledges. Their contrasting registers make even breakfast conversations memorable. Setting and social texture Manhattan breathes through the brownstone walls. Stout sketches 1930s New York without touristic postcards. Economic anxiety lurks behind polished clubs and secret speakeasies. Immigrant laborers, blue-blood golfers, and crooked bankers intersect. Class commentary stays sly. Wolfe refuses to leave his house, mirroring elite detachment. Archie roams, witnessing soup kitchens and exclusive brunches within hours. The contrast enriches thematic depth without didactic sermons. Transportation details nail the era. Elevated trains, rattling taxis, illicit cabs. Clothing cues further ground each character. Wolfe's orchid rooms evoke exotic escapes unavailable to depression citizens. By tasting imported beer, he flaunts privilege. Stout embeds these symbols so naturally you hardly notice. Revisiting today, the milieu feels strangely modern. I pictured smartphones replacing telephones without altering human motives. Cars backfire, radios hiss, and newspapers rustle, forming an oral backdrop. Such sensory cues anchor readers within the decade better than overt history lessons. History buffs will relish the period vocabulary sprinkled without translation. Does it hold up today? Yes, but with caveats modern readers should note. The mystery structure still dazzles. Fair play clues invite you to compete directly with Wolfe. No deus ex machina arrives. Everything stems from earlier pages. Language remains accessible. though some slang feels quaint. Stout's gender politics reflect 1934 norms. Female characters mostly serve plot rather than pursue autonomy. However, they speak sharply and influence outcomes. Readers sensitive to dated attitudes should contextualize, not dismiss. The narrative also glosses racial diversity, typical of Golden Age mysteries. Despite these gaps, suspense and humor feel remarkably modern. Wolfe's obsession with gourmet food mirrors today's foodie culture. Archie's informal narration anticipates contemporary detective television voices. The book remains a gateway drug to the entire series. If you enjoy puzzle-driven thrillers without gore, start here. Your patience for period nuances will be rewarded with brisk satisfaction. Skeptics of classic mysteries may find themselves unexpectedly chuckling. That surprise is the testament of Stout's craftsmanship. Audiobook narrator Michael Pritchard captures Archie's rhythm flawlessly. Listening highlights comedic timing sometimes skipped during silent reading. Digital editions also include helpful Wolfe glossaries for newcomers. Read my full breakdown and reading guide linked in the description.